I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but sometimes you've got to have a win, and I think we just had a win, boys. Welcome back. We are on the Stag today. A little bit of housekeeping stuff on the Stag, actually. Stuff that I've been avoiding for a long time. Probably for the most part, because it just sucks to put this car up on jack stands in my garage. It's just tight because it's long. Like, long. When I go full lock in the car, I hear a knocking and it goes, which points to a drive shaft, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I'm gonna go full lock right now. It's gotta be that left drive shaft. It has to be. It's definitely coming from down in the passenger's foot somewhere. Hopefully it is just a drive shaft. That's an easy thing to fix. We are actually in the car park of my local club, and it's 10 to 10 in the morning. So we're one day out of lockdown, baby. So I might just go have a few schooners and then we'll head back to the shed. I'm hoping it is just a drive shaft. We're gonna jump into it now and actually have a proper squeeze. And it's gonna give me a chance to actually get under the car and actually just have a look at everything under there and actually really take in what I'm dealing with. I could have done that when I had the coilover installed, but I just didn't. And now I'm starting to look at exhaust options and stuff like that. So it'll be good to get some photos and stuff underneath it. But anyway, for now, we are going to jack this thing up and then just have a good look. It definitely sounds like it's the passenger side front wheel. So hopefully it's a drive shaft, a couple $100 and a few hours, and then we go from there. So anyway, we'll jack up the car. Finally, it's up. It's like an hour ordeal to get the car to sit like that. Anyway, we can finally get some lights under there and have a look what is going on. So let's start crawling around on garage floors again. How exciting, can't wait. I've had a little sneak peek. There's a couple things. As dumb as this looks, I've learnt my lesson from crawling around under my Liberty, that if you ever crawl under a car on your back, put glasses on. Otherwise you're going to get dirt and rust dropping in your face. This is obviously halfway down the car now. That's the front of the car up there. Oil leaks. Sick. Love it. Transfer case there. I remember a long time ago, I watched a Mechanical Stig video, and he said that he hasn't come across an RB26 that doesn't have this Atessa line dripping. So that is dripping with oil, so I'm not too fussed about that because he tells me that's normal. This is where it gets interesting. When I was listening to the noise, I 100% it comes from the front left-hand side. Now, this is the right-hand side, and if there's a drive shaft you want to change, it's the one that sounds like it's knocking on an RB, because this side is like dismantle half the suspension. The other side, you just literally slide the thing out. But that there, so that boot is split. So that's the front drive shaft boot split. So that's coming out for sure and needs to be fixed. This one here, this is the drive shaft in question because it sounds like this is it. It all looks good, it looks right. I reckon I'm gonna go full lock here while it's in the air and see if I can spin the wheels and get it to make the noise and see if I can hear what it is, because the last thing I need it to be right now is not a drive shaft and, heaven forbid, a gearbox. So I'm hoping I can mimic it. Oh God. Why? This is the driver's side, so that's a much better view of that boot. So that's literally there. That is inside the boot. So that's gonna suck, but I have to get it out and fix it. I think you can just get rebuild kits for drive shafts. Alternatively, I could just get 2 new drive shafts. Peace of mind, everything's brand new, everything's done. Anyway, let's have a look at this other side. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but sometimes you've got to have a win, and I think we just had a win, boys. Because that is deformed, it drags down here, and this is the inside of the lip, and it just rubs along the wheel. but that doesn't make a knocking noise until you get to the wheel weight right there. Oh, seriously, I've been panicking that I've had a f***ed gearbox or a f***ed drive shaft, and it's just a little rubber thing ticking on the wheel. So that's 100% the noise. Well, I hope so. And then obviously when you turn it the other way, obviously it's not rubbing there, so it just flies around and does its thing. So that's a good win. I like that. What happens is this thing here is supposed to sit over that nut. This one sits on top of it. So what happens is when it sits over that nut, you can see when I do it with my hand. That's in front of it, and then that's over it. And so that's what the like that is, and I know that's nothing, but that is literally the difference, that there, between knocking and not knocking. I'm just gonna get a zip tie and go around this tie rod and just hold it up like that. Literally just do it around that rod, and then that'll be good as gold, I reckon. You know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna get out from underneath the fucking car. I'm sick of this shit. Don't tell me that zip ties don't have a place on this car, because literally the first thing that I've done, and it's fixed with zip ties. Well, I got the car up because it is such an ordeal for me to get the car up. I'm just probably going to clean all of the oil and shit around from the leaking spots, so that when I actually put it up the next time to do a full oil everything, I know how dramatic some of those are. Like I said, the Atessa one I'm not too worried about, but apparently they all leak. The other ones is fine, really. There's not really much else. So we are good as far as underneath the car goes. A couple of little zip ties just to hold that out of the way. And then the prop shaft was leaking a little bit as well, so I've wiped that down as well, so that the next time I come under here, I'll know how much it is leaking. I know that just slides in. It just sits in there, so I don't actually know what seal is on that would be leaking. Oh, fuck. We come back down to here, a Tessa unit, so I've wiped that all down as well, so that again I know how much it's leaking the next time I come under here. Pretty well, I don't know what part I'll have to change to stop this from leaking, but it's a common thing, so I'm sure there's a million answers on it. If you have the answer, let me know, because I'm in the market. As far as everything else goes, it was good just to get under the car and actually have a good look around. Just as far as mapping out exhaust routes and stuff, and even like looking at bushings. Like, look at this rear strut bushing, like that is fully cooked. So that is definitely on the to-do list. I'm pretty much just going to throw the white line catalog at this because they're good. So for now, we can take this car out and we can get out from under here. Oh God. That's what we're going to leave it for this one. Nice and short episode today, but it was the biggest thing. Well, obviously getting that knock sorted, which that was the best possible outcome. Yeah, as I said, it was sounding expensive. So we are back in the same said car park, and I just want to show you after the fix. So full lock. No noise, baby. Awesome. Perfect fix. Best case scenario. Could not believe it was that simple. Anyway. Well, the next episode I'll probably look at that drive shaft. It's really good to get that drive shaft sort of identified so that I can change that. I'll probably just rebuild it. Look at doing all the fluids, so like engine oil, gearbox oil, transfer case, front and rear diff, power steering, probably brake fluid as well. But I'm also in the same sense of like, I don't know if I want to do all of the oils and everything now or later after all of the mods happen. The mods happen. Because I'm right on this sweet spot of like Black Friday sales are coming up and I'm pretty well ready to break the bank. So Golbies, if you're watching this, don't hold back because I'm coming at you. But then I don't know whether to do all of those mods, then do all of the oils or whatever else. But good outcome of this episode. I was coming in with a heavy heart, but now happy because it was the answer was 2 zip ties. So anyway, next episode will be whatever it is. Leave us a comment. If anyone does have any hookups on the Atessa seal or how to actually fix that from leaking, leave a comment below, send me a link, do something because I'm in the market unless I go troll the forums now and find it in the meantime. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Ever since you shut the door on everything we knew, you're too late for love, feeling your true love, feeling on love, feeling your true love.